How many of you heard about Napoleon? Napoleon was one of the great fierce general. And I like watching history. I like watching to just understand how the mind of some people do certain things. And one story I came upon was Napoleon was on a battlefield and his soldiers had gone ahead and some of them were beginning to retreat. And one of the general came, one of the commanders or captains or sergeant, whatever you call it, came to him and told him, Napoleon, you have no idea. The circumstances there are so real and they are not manageable. So this is too difficult for us to do it. Then Napoleon, do you know what Napoleon did? Napoleon just said, what do you mean the circumstances are not perfect for us? Napoleon just raised his voice and he said, we create the circumstances. So there is no turning back. So let's move forward. There's no retreat. Just attack and attack and attack and let's go. And watch what happens. He reversed the entire thing. What Napoleon says, he created the circumstances, not the circumstances creating his movement forward. And I say, wow, what a great mentality to have. Like when you're facing a difficult challenge and you create the circumstance. I saw a toddler, I think a 3 or 4 year old today, that went and walked for a mile to go and get, I think, firewood or whatever. And the log that he was carrying was too much. And this baby was carrying, he put it down and he cried and he figured out he carried it all the way to where the food is being cooked. And so now, as we are now, each one of us in this pandemic are facing some real challenges. Especially, I'll talk about artists, people like us, musicians. Our bread and butter is live performance. That's how we make money. Some musicians sold millions of records that they don't have to worry about the runway. You know, some has 10 years runway. Some has got 100 years. They made so much money they don't have to worry. But there are others who don't have that massive runway. So people like us, it's not because it's just us, but you have a lot of people that depends on you. So if you're not eating, they're not going to eat. So how do we react to this pandemic? Yes, the music industry is not bringing any income. Maybe you've been fired at your job or something is happening, or maybe the situation in South Sudan, there is war. Yes. Now those are circumstances coming at us. And those circumstances or those situations, when we lie down and we complain and we say it's terrible or nothing is going to happen and we have all the negative self-talk and we do nothing at all, then that's when those circumstances begin to create our life for us. But when we have a vision and we know our purpose and then we know our mission and wake up every day and just do one little thing at a time, then we are creating the circumstances. Now, when I begin to reflect on my life is, yes, I was in a refugee camp. Yes, I was like any other ordinary South Sudanese. But what's the difference in every challenges that I face? I always say, there is a way out. And I'm here for a reason. And I'm going to be a part of a solution. And I'm going to be part of a solution right now. I have to create something that can interfere with the circumstances right now. So my question to you, wherever you are right now in the world, are the circumstances creating your life, or are you creating the circumstances to create the life you want? It's simple as that. Are you creating the circumstances to create the life you want, or are you allowing your circumstances to create the life you don't want?